I'm Rachel Cascone, and I'm presenting Module 2. In this module, we will review some strategies for breastfeeding success during the first 24 to 48 hours after birth. When trying to breastfeed, following a few simple steps can really help you achieve your breastfeeding goals. Some strategies we will review in this module include holding your new baby in safe skin to skin and rooming in with your newborn during the hospital stay. Additionally, we will learn about normal newborn feeding behaviors so we all know what is normal and expected. Finally, we'll review hand expression, which is an essential skill that helps all breastfeeding mothers. When your baby's born, they think, "It's my birthday, give me a hug." Take a moment to think about your baby's experience so far. Your baby is literally being carried by you every second of every day. So right at birth, being in skin to skin with you makes sense. Your baby recognizes you, the sound of your voice and your heartbeat. Being held in skin to skin helps your baby feel safe and secure. It's recommended that you hold your newborn immediately after birth for at least an hour and until the first breastfeeding is completed. If you can't hold the baby in skin to skin immediately, that's okay. As soon as you can do it, ask for help to give your baby their first birthday hug. But one hug isn't enough. Your goal is to hold your baby in safe skin to skin at least 8 times every day. There are many benefits to safe skin to skin. When babies are held in skin to skin, their heart rate and breathing rate are more stable. Their oxygen levels are more stable. A safe body temperature is maintained, and their blood sugar levels are kept within a normal range. Being close helps you and baby develop a strong bond with each other. Finally, being in skin to skin with you triggers baby's feeding instincts, so they're more likely to become interested in feeding and try to latch. When doing skin to skin, it's important to do it safely. Here's what you need to know to keep your baby safe while doing skin to skin care. Set the bed at about a 35-degree angle so you're elevated, not flat, but not completely upright. Baby is belly down, chest to chest. Baby's head should be turned to the side so you can see baby's face. The head should be in a sniffing position, slightly looking up. Shoulders are flat against mom. Nose and mouth are not covered. The neck is straight and not bent. Baby's back is covered with a light blanket. Give your baby your full attention without distractions like smartphones. Someone should be watching you and your baby while you're in skin to skin. If you get sleepy, put the baby back in the bassinet or in the arms of another caregiver. Partners are encouraged to do skin to skin too. It's better for partners to enjoy these special moments when the baby has finished a feeding. Enjoy this special time with each other. Now that we know about skin to skin, let's learn about rooming in. Rooming in, or non-separation, means keeping your new family together in the hospital. It's recommended because of the significant benefits associated with it. When you stay together as a new family, you have more chances to bond with each other. You get to know your baby's signals more quickly and can respond to your baby's needs more quickly. You also get more practice with breastfeeding. All of this helps build your knowledge and confidence as a new parent. Your baby will cry less often, and more breastfeeding helps build your milk supply. Many well-meaning friends and family recommend separating yourself from your newborn because they think that helps you. We appreciate their support and encouragement, but we know that being separated from you is stressful for the new baby. It also makes it harder for you to learn how to care for your baby and get good at breastfeeding. We want you to be successful when you bring your new baby home, which is why we support rooming in. Now let's talk about normal newborn behavior. All healthy newborns go through very similar patterns of behavior in the first few days after birth. The first 24 hours will be different than the second day and the third day. It's normal for babies to be sleepy and less interested in feeding in the first 24 hours. At times, when parents aren't prepared for this normal behavior, they think that the baby isn't eating enough and get concerned. Babies will show feeding cues, especially when placed in skin to skin, so it's essential that babies get in safe skin to skin at least 8 times each day. Just remember, babies aren't as hungry on the first day, so your baby might not latch every time you offer breastfeeding. but getting in skin to skin and trying to latch when you see feeding cues is very important. Be sure to watch Module 3 of this series to learn all about feeding cues for hunger and fullness. As the first 24 hours end, the baby's behavior will change. The second day, and especially that second night, babies are much more wakeful and much more interested in breastfeeding. The change in behavior can be very noticeable. The baby goes from being less interested in breastfeeding to wanting to breastfeed again and again. So the feedings don't feel spaced apart and happen one after another. Remember, newborns don't yet have the rhythm of being awake in the daytime and sleeping at night. Instead, they're their most wakeful in the overnight hours. When parents are not prepared for this normal behavior, it's commonly misinterpreted. Most often, this behavior is misinterpreted as a sign of low milk supply because the mother feels like she can't satisfy the baby, and so something must be wrong. That is simply not the case. Her milk hormones are very high at night, and lots of breastfeeding at night is normal. And it helps produce a very robust supply of milk while preventing problems like engorgement. Now that we know the baby will act this way, it's important to make a plan to help you get through it. Taking a nap in the afternoon can really help a new family through the first few nights. Also, having your partner awake with you can help make a big difference in your success. Finally, keep in mind that this behavior is temporary. Hand expression is the last important topic for this module. All mothers are taught hand expression because it's such an important tool for breastfeeding. Colostrum, the early milk, can be very difficult to remove with a pump. Hand expression, which is using your hands to collect your milk, can work much better. Hand expression is an important skill because it enables us to get small volumes to feed the baby in the first day or two. Sometimes when baby isn't latching, feeding a few drops of colostrum can help get them interested in latching. Hand expression can also be very reassuring as you can see that you have milk, even when you don't feel it. Hand expression is also a helpful tool to soften the breast if it becomes full, making latching easier. Finally, hand expression puts you in control of your breasts and your milk. You can express your milk anytime, anywhere. It might take some practice to get good at this skill, but stick with it and you'll be surprised at how easy it can become. Before you get started, wash your hands and make sure you have a clean cup or spoon to collect the milk. Gently massage or knead your breasts for a few minutes, then make a C shape with your fingers. Place your fingers on your breast about 2 finger widths away from your nipple, so your fingers are on your breast, not on the nipple. Then you perform 3 movements. Press toward the chest, compress your fingers behind the nipple, then relax your fingers without removing them from your breast. Repeat the steps of press, compress, relax. It may take several minutes for the milk to start to flow. Express your breasts for a few minutes after the drops start to come out. Repeat the process on the other breast. Express each breast 2 or 3 times. Your goal is to collect only about 1 to 5 milliliters of milk, so no more than a teaspoon. Because hand expression is a learned skill, it's easy to make some mistakes. Some common mistakes to avoid are sliding your fingers, pinching your nipple, or simply hurting yourself. It should not be painful to express your milk. There are good video resources to learn about the proper technique for hand expression, which are included in our resources at the end of the module. Be sure to check them out. Here are some of the most frequently asked questions related to the topics in this module. Can I send my baby to the nursery? Healthy moms and newborns that remain together are better prepared to go home and are more successful with breastfeeding. However, all hospitals have observation areas when required or requested. Should I pump to see how much milk I have? Pumping in the first few days is difficult because breast pumps don't remove the early milk very well. If you're separated from your baby or there's a medical need, then pumping is important. Hand expression is more helpful to remove your early milk for feedings. However, how much you can pump does not tell us how much the baby eats when breastfeeding or how much milk you have. I just breastfed and now my baby seems hungry again. Should I give formula? It's normal for babies to want one feeding right after another. This happens more after the first 24 hours and happens more at night. It doesn't mean you don't have enough milk or that your baby needs formula. In fact, when baby gets to breastfeed often, it'll lead to a great supply of milk. Watch the next module to learn how to know baby is getting enough to eat when breastfeeding. You are encouraged to come back to watch these videos as often as you need, especially once the baby arrives, to help reinforce what you've learned.